No Sivir here for Kong either, which is another champion that can be used aggressively in the early game. So they know who they're playing against, J-Team. And FPX, on the other hand, they will be banning out mid champions. No Corki, no Zoe, or Soldier. Please do it. Please do it. Please get Nunu. Please do it. CF17. Please play Nunu.
Do it.
Please play Nunu.
Do it.
Please play Nunu.
Do it. Do it. I like how we were as if we were like whispering under. So they can hear us.
Whispering
right?
in his ear. Do it. Do it. Do it.
No. The Angel won. And they went on their good side, especially with CF17 being very good on the Kazakhs. Of course, we'll be looking to jump into the member tier of FPX if they are so isolated by DY. FPX though investing on burst champions this time around, has someone to pin down some of the members here of J-Team as well, with the Hexic Ultimatum available for this Camille.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, there is not a lot of consistent CC they can use to lock down that Kha'Zix when he does go into that into the back line. Now this Gwen, interesting pick. This Gwen is going to the top or the mid lane, maybe for Soldier, or is it going to be? Yeah, it's probably going to Soldier. Yeah. So versus a Vladimir, this is not the worst matchup for Gwen. It's just that SkyFL is going to be scaling quite a lot, and the Gwen, yeah, she shreds, but is there is a little bit to shred there for FPX. It's just that I feel like there could have been a lot better options in the mid lane for Soldier.
Gwendo is something that we've seen but on talented mid laners be fully utilized. And only so far one player has come to mind of mine that is just so good on this champion, and that's Z from Thundertongue. Now J-Team, after witnessing it be used by this by Z, will be attempting to use it this game now for their match against FPX. Let's see if Soldier can have the same or better performance with this Gwen. Still just game number 1, in which both teams can set a tempo for this entire series, or maybe even start the dominance already for game 1. Let's see who will get this victory. Will it be FPX or J-Team?
Yeah, Soldier taking a page from the master, the man who is kind of on top right now, Z, in terms of just the leaderboard. But FPX, they are a very aggressive team, and you can see it from this level 1. They're looking to get a pick as early as now, but that ward will dissuade them, even though they don't know it's warded. They will, since they didn't see anybody, they're just going to go to their normal lanes. But don't discount their aggressive play, because they can definitely, from minute 1, minute 2, just start laying it down.
FPX, non-128 is an incredible Camille player, and will be looking to just have a stable performance here against SZY. But we note SZY as someone that can really initiate quite well in some of the fights. He has demonstrated it many times, not only from the fight per side a while ago, but in the actual games that J-Team has had over the past few days that they participated in the regular season. X1 getting too low for comfort there. Chowdo missed on the flash, so that's at least a safety net now for this bot lane.
That's what I'm talking about. FPX, like, yeah, minute 1, they are just going to go for a as much advantage as they can in the early, so that they can, kind of snowball that, roll that over into the lane. And that is one of the really strong points, is their bot lane. Chow and Kong, they can just over and over again go for the aggressive trades, go for try to bully the ADs. Really, they only focus on the AD, trying to get that first kill.
FPX being very cheeky there a while ago in the bottom lane, right? Sky is just gonna be trying to scale in the mid lane. Not much pressure is gonna be felt here by Soldier, but same goes for Sky. Sky looking now in the bottom lane. Look at the impact here as well. Chow in the vicinity, showing Del 7 being sent out here as well, just for a chance to maybe engage onto them.
Now Kong is on the back foot in terms of HP, though X1 is the one that's forced back. FPX really not afraid of anything. They want to get any early kills that they can, and they'll risk their lives for it if they need to. You saw SkyFL, once he had that leeway in the mid lane, that freedom to roam, immediately towards that bot lane, immediately trying to get a first kill, because you know, if J-Team doesn't, or if J-Team can prevent that from happening for the first like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, then they'll be in a much better spot to take those, you know, early mid-game skirmishes versus FPX. But China 7 already looking for a gank here against SCY, and there's a Hextech ultimatum, and China 7 is there. He's got the world ender, forces the flash on SCY.
Great maneuver by SCY, denied all the CCs coming from Chingdo 7. He goes back in. That might just be a mistake though. No flash.
No flash.
Still able to escape though.
Skya fell! Now he's got the Hemo Plague. Now they're really forcing this dive, and they get it. The blood pool will get him out of there. That's first blood for FPX. They will do anything to get first blood.
Anything. They thrown everything for that kill. And they secured first blood. That is a great step. So many resources though used just to take that first blood, and not really the best kind of outcome. Yes, that is a kill, but it gave an opportunity for J-Team to answer into the mid lane. Now an invade is being commenced, taking some of the camps here of their jungler, and Chingdao 7 being denied of resources is going to be a bad sign for FPX.
Bad sign for now, but Chingdao 7, he honestly, the resources that he needs are kills. As an Aatrox, he wants to participate in those kills rather than farm it up, because that's really what he's most useful as that skirmishing tool that they need, that knockup tool that does a lot of damage. And that's something that I think FPX are really going to be banking on, is they're going to want to skirmish a lot in this mid-game, knowing that they have that initial advantage. That goal lead already around 1,000, but that is, you know, no small amount when it comes to FPX, because as long as they have an advantage, they will try to push it.
Let's see if FPX will be able to get the momentum going. So far, that was an interesting kill a while ago in the top lane, right? J-Team's handling on their own. They're just going to be looking to scale later on. They have so many folks, and they have the necessary tool later on to actually engage towards FPX, which is the Gwen of Soldier. And it's a scary thing to see if FPX is going to allow the scale to happen here towards this Gwen. Oh. Soldier going to be here alongside with CF17. Dawn going to be baited a little bit. Is still fine. Oh, yeah. The jump.
He's isolated, has the flash out, was exhausted. Soldier trying to get that kill onto Dawn.
Whoa.
Goes for it, but not quite enough damage there. Well, Chingdao 7 is there on the Rift Herald. They're going to try to contest this, but this is a fight on two sides. On one side, it is going to be the Renekton and SZY trying to get out of there, but the flash with the culling coming in, and as well as the Rift Herald getting taken for FPX. But now CF17, after getting that dragon, will be in the fight. It's going to be a 4v4, maybe 3v4, because DY has been forced out. FPX undoubtedly got the better end of that. They got the Rift Herald, which they can utilize to get more gold into their pockets.
It was a great cast coming in from DY to isolate Chow, in order for the rest of J-Team to be able to get the kill onto Chingdao 7. We look at this rip to see it one more time as well. The Soldier was trying really his very best to be able to carry, especially that it's still just early game, not really the best time to get the damage going. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see the replay, but the Aatrox still lived despite it, able to get the Rift Herald as well, and they were also able to get SZY, which is such a great performance so far by FPX. 2-0 start, RH can be used, and this tower might actually just be taken down here by Chow and Kong as well, because SZY cannot enter, cannot contest, cannot engage onto them.
Yeah, and if not the tower, then definitely a lot of plates there are going to be coming into their pockets. DY taking a lot of damage there, and the tactical sweep. Oh man, now we go into Shelly. There's a World Ender. He's already tried to engage onto X1. Shao coming in, and there he is with the Dredge Line. And Chingdao 7 still lives from that as the Shelly takes down the tower. They get another kill, and that is exactly what we're talking about. The lead from FPX is only going to skyrocket. Charger and Shelly as well.
This is a disastrous start here by J-Team. They weren't able to win on the team fight. Bottom lane though, Soldier is trying to take a tower down. Dawn is going to be here to cancel it out, giving no opportunities for J-Team to bounce back here in this game.
Such proactivity by FPX. They're definitely not just sitting there. There's a Dominus coming in for SCY, but he just uses it to stay alive and get out of that sticky situation. Skya fell already, starting to really hurt with his Qs, man. Just draining the blood out of the enemy champions. But for now, it's going to be a tiny bit of a quiet moment as FPX are going to back out and get a couple of items and try to figure out where their next plan of attack is going to be, because they are going to plan to attack.
They have been already attacking. At least for FPX, J-Team hasn't really found the best opening just yet to attack. And the way for them to actually bounce back here is through Soldier. He's the only one that can deal massive damage towards the front line. Maybe the Ezreal, it can be resisted by FPX, can be dodged, can be denied with a proper engage, especially that they have so many of those engage tools on FPX's side. DY has a big responsibility to deny some of those, especially with the body slam and the cask. So far, we haven't seen that actually being able to protect the backline members here of J-Team. Now this mid lane being pushed.
Oh, Hextech ultimatum onto SZY and FPX with the collapse. They're already taking that Crocodile down, forcing Dominus just to survive the Hemo Plague. But now CF17 is the next target. But who is the real target here? Was it Dawn? No, because they are onto DY. Soldier now on the back line. Is this going to be a good fight for him? He's in the mist, but so is rest of FPX. Oh, they actually find the kill there. But Kong has now entered the conversation. He has entered the chat, but unfortunately, he's going to have to exit it as CF17 is the one who takes his can right off. The Aatrox goes down as well, and that was a little bit of a rare misstep there for FPX, giving up 3 kills for nothing.
Yeah, FPX making a big mistake in the team fight, unable to get a proper target selection here towards J-Team. Not only went to actually exit out, and they got punished instead. J-Team now being able to bash this tower down and take more gold for themselves, recovering from the early 4,000 gold lead of FPX. We look at this replay and see that FPX wanted a disengage. Dawn 128 already hookshot it away, but some of them still committed onto the team fight, thinking that maybe they can actually win this. But Soldier had the better end, had the Needles thrown out onto the crucial members here of FPX. They tried to go in once more with Kong leading in the front, but that's a bad idea because your illusion, and it got punished instead with CF17 going in alongside with SCY, securing more kills for J-Team.
While FPX still has that slight gold lead, the confidence is building here for J-Team. They're going to be starting this Ice Drake now, but FPX, they're not looking for the Drake, they're looking for the fight here. They're hunting for whoever's in the back, and that is going to be SCY and maybe the target. So because of that, J-Team, they're just going to focus on the Drake and force FPX to make a decision here, and the decision has been made. CF17 secures the Drake, but they secure a kill onto Soldier. SCY forces Dominus just to get away. He really hasn't been able to make any marks inside fights. He's just needed to run away time and time again. But even losing that Dragon, FPX, they're still on the attacking side. They're still aggressing hard.
J-Team, soul point right now. FPX needs to find ways to deny the last dragon. It's gonna be a difficult proposition this time around, especially with J-Team slowly but surely bouncing back. And we see Soldier as well starting to shine. 2 items picked up, no Nashor's Tooth just yet. But so far, we have seen a massive impact already by this Gwen of J-Team.
Yep, that Gwen has been kind of the key to winning the first fight that they did, and now CF17 as well. Having gold funnel towards that Kha'Zix is very, very important, especially when you're looking to use him to be that tip of the spear here. Speaking of CF17, he was caught in that, but FPX, they're the ones who are cashing out even under tower. They're not afraid to dive. DY is going to get eliminated next. Now X1 is the target. The World Ender is in the midst of it all. He gets taken out by CF17, but it's a trade there. It's still a 1-for-4.
The burst down towards Soldier and the follow-up as well. The commitment by FPX to get the kills back in their favor. Now they're also back in a 5,000 gold lead. Check that replay out, because the main thing to defeat a Gwen is to be able to burst him down. You cannot win on an extended team fight against a Gwen because he can just resist the damage and sustain himself. But Chengdao7 landing the sword was killed off at the very end, but it doesn't matter because they've been able to get the kills already. Now Baron.
Why there, man? This is so risky, but FPX is nothing but risk, and they do get that Baron, and they're gonna go for the fight once again. Already one down, CF17 down as well, and another one. That's 3 down. Soldier, the last one in the fight, and he's gonna get taken down. That's a 4-4-0, I believe, for FPX, and they have just ballooned their goal lead. It's now 7.6 thousand, and this is the beginning of the end for J-Team.
And it's Sky, the Vladimir, that was able to get the last hit onto the Baron. Unfortunate for CF17. He tried his very best to be able to get the steal for J-Team, but wasn't able to do it. Now FPX, with the Baron-powered minions, will be able to open up the base here of J-Team, starting with the mid lane, of course. Top lane is going to be next after Dawn 128 is done. Getting his second tower.
They're pushing a 1-3-1, but the danger of a 1-3-1 is that you can't have everybody at the same time. But that's fine because they're really, really strong right now. Even with that stasis, Sky FL coming in on the back line, onto everybody, Hemo Plague, into the Blood Pool, into all of the drainage. But FPX, their health bars are getting low, so they just decide to disengage. They lose the Aatrox, but they gain 3 towers, I believe it was.
They've opened up the base of J-Team quite well already and accelerated this game much further towards in beneficiary of themselves as well. 9,000 gold lead. Ooh, this is a tough one for J-Team, especially for Soldier. Top lane. Are they going to be investing on an engage? Chengdao7 indicates that maybe it's just going to be a yes, and J-Team quickly responds with them walking away.
They have to. They have no choice. At this huge of a gold lead, if they try to pick a fight, they lose just immediately. Sky FL is very fed. So is Dot. So is the Aatrox, man. It just is a very bad proposition for J-Team to try to look for a fight here. But even then, you know, FPX, they are trying to force their hand, to force them to make a decision, to force them to react to what they're doing, because as long as J-Team are reacting, that means that, you know, they're not being proactive, and that benefits FPX even more.
See if J-Team can still find. I mean, that's the only thing that can save this game for J-Team, if they can actually get the soul. And it's a big responsibility for CF17 to get the steal, but it's not going to be possible at all. FPX denies the soul from them. They have to look the other way.
They deny the soul, and right after the Drake, the Hextech ultimatum for the engage. Already, CF17 is down. The bug has been squashed. Next is the Crocodile, turned into Crocodile Adobo right there. As Sky FL comes in, what a burst on the Hemo Plague, and then now Soldier. It is kind of an extended fight for him. He actually do stuff here. Not really. DY, the last man standing, as he is going to get hunted down by Dawn. He gets the Blast Cone. Tries to just back out in a cheeky spot, but the Nexus is already open, and FPX know the win condition. They don't need to get more towers if they just get the Nexus. Finally, the Gragas gets put to sleep after drinking that much alcohol, and the Nexus explodes. FPX with another trademark aggressive win.
And FPX, after getting an over